You're watching Ticket TV. Like, share, and subscribe on your way in.
All right, chat. Salute everybody, man. Very sad news, bro. Very sad. Very sad news that this is true. And um, I think we're going to start seeing more. I told you guys, I think we're going to lean to where this video ends up coming out, man. All right, y'all. So, some of y'all get in here, man. Like, share, subscribe as y'all come in the building. Salute to everybody that's tapped in, man. Make sure y'all follow me on social media, man. Share the video, like the channel. I know a lot of people have preconceived conceptions. They think however they want to think. Nobody's going to change how they feel. This situation is going to make people feel worse or make people feel different. There's nothing you can tell people. They've already made their mind up in this situation. Nobody wants to wait to see if the video comes out. Nobody wants to wait to see if evidence comes out. It is what it is, man. The situation with Ashlee Jenae is sad through and through. I mean, whether you like her, you don't like her, you despise her for how she felt, who she dated, what she did, what she said. I still never wish death on nobody. That's just not how I roll. I'm not cut like that. I'm not built like that. I'm also not going to accuse somebody of doing something I don't have evidence of doing, regardless of what I think, because I've always learned you can think something, but it may not be true what you think. You always need evidence before you go down that road and that rabbit hole, regardless of what you feel, because you just never know, man, because we don't know people. You don't know people, man. You can't really, I'm just being honest with you. You can't really say that unless you have hardcore, concrete evidence of the fact. So basically, TMZ is putting out this story, you guys, that the girl Ashlee Jenae, that everybody's been talking about, man, the story is starting to come out according to him, and the story is damn well devastating, bro. This is bad, bro. So apparently, he has now had a conversation with TMZ. Now I don't know if TMZ has asked him for the videotape or not. That's the thing everybody wants, is that videotape, because the videotape is going to show something. You know what I'm saying? To what everybody wanted to see, to is where if he was anywhere near that room at that time, people are going to want to see that tape. You understand what I'm saying? That is something that's very important, in this whole situation, man. And y'all smash the like button as y'all come on in. So basically, the news story that's out, or excuse me, not news story, but the story that's out right now, that TMZ has fully had a conversation with this man. And now he's giving them details on the story, according to him. This is his side of the story. So according to him, his side of the story is that Ashlee Jenae, right, he says that she quickly spiraled and that she had threatened to take her own life in the weeks leading up to her tragic unaliving, when she took her own life during a birthday trip to Tanzania. Now, Joe, who was her fiance at the time, told TMZ that it all started with a March chat with her doctor, right? Now, he says that the doctor told her that there was a chance she wouldn't be able to carry a child. And he says that she was devastated by that news. Now, he goes on to say, right, it says the investment CEO says that things took a turn weeks before they went to Zanzibar in April. Now, he said that he told that she basically said that Ashlee was completely unrecognizable on a March snowboarding trip in Oregon. Now, he goes on to say that she suffered a concussion when she hit her head on a rock, and she was wearing a helmet on the first day that they went snowboarding. He says that during the trip, she was having panic attacks and public outbursts, which he claims was new for her, at least in his experience. And I'm going to say something about that. I had a situation once where I had a tragic situation happen to me. And this is not me vouching for him because I don't know him, but I'm going to say this. When that tragic situation happened to me, it caused me to have panic attacks, you guys. And I'm going to tell you something. It was the worst thing that ever happened to me in my life. The panic attacks destroyed me. It made me feel like I was going to die. It made me feel like I was never going to be here anymore. It took me everything. Medicine. I took medicine for a long time. I got tired of taking the medicine. I had to take medicine during basketball games. When I would catch a panic attack, I would sneak and keep medicine in a bag by the bench. And I would have to take that medicine during the game sometimes to calm down my panic attacks because I couldn't control them. That tragic event made me have panic attacks. I ended up going to the ER like 10 times. I thought I was going to die. I was going crazy, man. And, you know, every time I have a panic attack, I just felt the worst. I couldn't breathe. I was out of control. And I just felt like it was over with. And so it came to a point to us where after 2 or 3 years of dealing with these panic attacks, it really took down the value of my life. And I just asked God to help me get over it and take me to a different level, man. And I really got over it when I started taking medicine and just started just calming myself down. And just whenever I felt like I had a panic attack, I just laid down and just relaxed. And, you know, I remember one time a doctor told me when I went like 4 or 5 times, like the 5th time, doctor was like, look, man, he says, look, you're not going to die, bro. You're not going to die from a panic attack. You just have to remember that. And I kept that in my mind. I'm not going to die. I'm not going to die. And so when I had these ferocious, vicious panic attacks, I remember I would lay down on the sofa and just lay down straight and go to sleep. I would go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. And then eventually I would fight it. I wouldn't take the medicine no more. I was tired of taking medicine for 2 or 3 years. I didn't want to get hooked no more. And I fought it and I fought it and I fought it. And after a whole year of fighting it, I never had panic attacks again, thank God. And it went away from me. You know what I'm saying? And I never had one since in the last decade. Because my mind, I basically accepted the fact that I was feeling a panic attack. I was feeling like I was going to die. And I just accepted it. I was like, yo, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to die. I'm just going to relax. Because when I didn't accept it, it made my blood pressure go up. It made me feel crazy, out of control. And it just made me feel like I was going to die every time. And that was after something tragic happened. So when he said that comment about her suffering a concussion with that helmet on, and then like that's a tragic situation, and then she had panic attacks, I felt that too, because I felt crazy, man. And that's what that made me think about. That doesn't mean that I don't know him, so I don't know 100% if he's telling the truth or not, but this is the situation. But anyways, he said that happened to her. And he says that when she had that, she started having panic attacks and public outbursts. You know what I'm saying? It happened to me too. I'm not even going to lie. I had public outbursts. That shit was crazy, man. I felt crazy getting put in an ambulance. One time they had to put a pill underneath my tongue so my heartbeat would stop because it was going out my chest. And I told the lady, I was like, yo, I'm going to die right here. They put that heartbeat on. I seen that thing going so fast. But it says he claims was new for her, at least in his experience. He also says this is when she started thinking about taking herself out when that happened. Anybody who had panic attacks, man, you already know. If you still got them, I pray for you, and I hope you get over it because I know how it feels. Joe, they said, told them that during the Oregon trip, you guys, that Ashlee tried to open a car door when they were driving back to the mountain at high speed on a rural highway. He says that when they pulled over, Ashlee got out and insisted on walking back. Now, according to Joe, she walked a mile before she got an Uber. Now, back at the Oregon house they were staying at, he claims that Ashlee went outside and started walking into traffic. He says that when the situation settled, Ashlee started crying and told him that she was afraid that she couldn't have a baby with this man and that he would leave her. He says that he consoled her and assured her that he would never leave her and that he had bought an engagement ring to let her know he was committed to her. Now, check this out, y'all. He then says that the next day was like a switch flipped, right? He says, and he claimed that Ashlee was completely back to normal overnight. He says, but when they went back to Africa a couple weeks later, he says she became erratic once they arrived in the Zurich Zanzibar resort on April the 6th. He says that her behavior was entirely consistent with how she was acting back in the Oregon trip. And he said that she had several public outbursts during their time on the island. Now, he goes on to say that Ashlee was acting bizarre and out of character. He says that she was chain smoking cigarettes and she was drinking wine first thing in the morning. He said that throughout the trip, Ashlee tried to call off the engagement and demanded that he take the ring back, but he says he refused. Y'all smash the like button as y'all come in, share the video, like the video. He also told TMZ that after one public outburst in particular, that he asked the resort how much a separate villa would cost. After that, he says he got back to the villa. After that, you guys, he said he got back to the villa. He says he got back to the villa after that, right? And they shared to find Ashlee was still heated, right? Now, he says that he called off the engagement, right? He called off the engagement. He says that Ashlee started yelling and smashing stuff and telling him, I hope I choke and die tonight. I hope I choke and die in here tonight. He says that this was the argument that the neighboring villa reported to the front desk. So again, he says that Ashlee started yelling and smashing stuff, telling him, I hope I choke and die in here tonight. He says that this was the argument the neighboring villa reported to the front desk. He told them that after the argument, he voluntarily moved to his own villa, where he tried calling her phone and villa multiple times. He says she refused to answer and claims her last communication to him was the word stop. Now, they said, as you know, Ashlee was found in the villa, and y'all know how they say they found her in the villa. You know, she had lost her life. And they said there was a ton of social media speculation surrounding her death. And many people believe the circumstances were suspicious because she appeared to get engaged on the Zanzibar trip. But according to Joe, you guys, according to Joe, you guys, he says that the engagement that everybody saw online, it wasn't the real thing. He said that they actually had gotten engaged privately on March the 27th after a night out at an NBA basketball game. He says that the safari proposal everybody saw was just a show for social media and her followers. Right? That's what he said, y'all. Very sad. Very, very sad situation, you guys. Hopefully they'll release that video, because I believe that video is the key to the entire situation. I truly believe that video is the key. And I also believe, and I hope that they release her phone records too, to show everybody what the phone records in his too. You know what I'm saying? I hope that if he does come out here and does an interview, I hope he's more candid with everybody about the situation. And I hope that he, if he has a copy of the video or if he has any evidence to what he's saying, I hope he presents it, because, you know, right now, a lot of people feel like, you know, he's guilty. He knows that. You know what I'm saying? Now, me, I've withheld my judgment because I don't know that cat, man. I don't know that girl, man. You never know what people, man. You never know what people going through, bro. Like, even if you look at me every day, you would never think that I went through the issues I told y'all about with panic attacks. But I went through that shit, bro. And it was the worst thing that ever happened to me in my life. The panic attacks destroyed my life for 2.5, 3 years, bro. It literally destroyed my life. And it broke my spirit that I had to deal with panic attacks that bad. And it really destroyed me. You know what I'm saying? It really, I'm telling you, man, I thought I was going to die every day having a panic attack. I had to have that medicine with me. I had to have that medicine. You understand? I had to have that medicine, bro. Every time I felt that panic attack, I'd take that medicine. You know, but it was only a temporary fix, that medicine. I didn't want to get hooked on that medicine for the rest of my life, bro. But people who had them panic attacks, man, I'm telling you something, it's debilitating, man. The panic attacks tear you apart, bro. And I know that for a fact. And it'd be a tragic event that happens. So something tragic happened to me. And I ended up having to go to the emergency room, have surgery. I was in the hospital for like 2 or 3 weeks. So when that event happened to me, you know what I'm saying? right before then, that's when I started getting the panic attacks. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. That's how I ended up. And I had the panic attack one time, and I'll never forget this. This is probably about what, 13, 14, probably 15 years ago. I was driving a Hummer, and I was on the highway. And I don't know how in the hell I ended up, but I ended up over in a ditch. And when I woke up, I was in the hospital. And I didn't even know how I survived, except for I knew it was the grace of God. I knew it was the grace of God that saved me. You know what I'm saying? I knew it was the grace of God that saved my life, man. But when I woke up, somebody could have stole all my shit out the Hummer too. They could have stole everything I had, and they didn't. And I'm thankful for that, man. Somebody helped me. I had a good Samaritan that pulled over. I was on the highway, bro. And they pulled over. They called the ambulance. I was out. And when I woke up, I was in the hospital, in the ER. And I had literally had a panic attack. And I had ran into a ditch on the side of the road in my Hummer. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. You guys let me know what y'all think. Hopefully they drop the video, man. I really want to see the video, man. But this story is a very sad story, man. And I knew there's more details going to come out. And I do believe that video is going to come out. Mark my words. Everybody listen to this video. Mark my words. I believe at some point in time that video is going to come out. It has to come out. I believe that video is going to come out. At some point in time, I believe that video is going to come out. And when that video is going to come out, we all going to find out what it is for real. When that video comes out. I'm telling y'all that. But when he said that about the panic attack, like a tragic thing in the panic attack, that shit happened to me. I ain't even gonna lie. I had something tragic happen to me. And that's when I started having panic attacks. Like I felt like I was gonna die. I was gonna be out of here, bro. I don't wish that on nobody. Like panic attacks, I don't wish on no person in here, bro. The panic attacks make you feel like, bro, a panic attack, bro. I was falling out in the middle of the street. I never forget. Man, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I was in Jersey. I was out there visiting some shorty. You know what I'm saying? Me and the shorty, we was up. I went to her apartment. You know what I'm saying? You know, I went to Jersey for a few days. So I had an apartment out there. Well, not an apartment. I had a hotel out there. She had an apartment. So I went to her apartment. We had spent some days together. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 or 3 days together. Man, I had a panic attack out there, Jane, man. Outside, in the middle of the day. In the front, man, they charged me damn near. I forget how much. They charged me like $100 just for the ambulance. Just for the ambulance. I was like, damn, dog. Ain't no way I can live like this. So I'm glad I fought it and ended up getting over it. Anybody fighting with that type of situation, a panic attack, man, you can get over it, man. Just keep fighting. You know what I'm saying? I overcame it by the grace of God, man. I did. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Like, share, subscribe. Appreciate all y'all tapping on in. Let me know what y'all feel in the comment section, man. What y'all feel about that story. I know a lot of y'all not going to believe it anyways. Y'all not going to believe what he said I'm talking about. So y'all let me know what y'all feel. Peace.
Hey, we always appreciate the support, and if you guys want to do so, you can use the Cash App or PayPal links. They'll be in the description box below this video or pinned at the top of the comments. The top donators will be announced every month. All right, you guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all cop the merch, and make sure that you get the weight loss formula. The links to that will be in the description box below this video. Check out our next video coming up right now.